Hello everyone, my name's Sam, also known as MetalRenard, and this is the first in a group of tutorials that I'm putting together to teach you how to make music. To start with, this first tutorial will be how to get you really on your way. So we're going to get you some tools, like software and instruments, and we're going to get you started inside the actual software making your first song. So, what do you need? You need software that can actually host instruments and then export the audio. And then you need a group of instruments. So my preferred music software, also known as a digital audio workstation, is Reaper. Reaper it's really too professional. It's very, very professional, very awesome. I love it to bits. But there are many others. You can get, for example, FL Studio, Traction, Cubase, Pro Tools, just to name a few. I choose Reaper because not only was it very reasonably priced at only $60, but it just really works for me. I think the guys who made it think in the same way that I do, and it just fit me like a glove. Reaper is free to use for 30 days, and then you have to buy a license, but the software doesn't stop working, so anything you have done won't be lost. You can still open it and export your audio, and yeah. Right, so the links to everything I talk about will be in the description, including the instruments and any other things I mention. So just go to the Reaper, download whichever one is necessary. I use 32-bit Windows because I have a crappy old PC. And next we're going to get you some instruments, since Reaper doesn't have its own instruments. So Sample Tank free first. Sample Tank is a sample player made by IK Media. The link also in the description. So you click on their page. Down here you've got some info about it. So it says here 500 megabytes of samples, 200 different instruments. It's pretty good. My favourite ones from them are the French horn, the flute, there was one other, gosh I can't remember now, but anyway. So the French horn and the flute are really good in there. So they click on over here on the left, free download, and then proceed to download. Then you have to sign up for an account with them, and they'll send you all the information, and just follow their steps. Don't install anything yet, because we'll do that together later. Next we're going to get Core Player by Native Instruments. This link will also be in the description. So once again you have to sign up, and it's 400 megabytes of stuff, well 359 to be precise. And this in here you'll get some really awesome synths and a really good drum kit. This is all free, the instruments are all free so far. And then we're going to go to Native Instruments site again, and we're going to get KONTAKT 5 Player. This is also free, and it comes with a small library, a demo library. It's got, I think it's got a bass in there and a few things like that. I have the actual paid version of this, so I bought Complete 8 about 4 months ago, and I haven't looked back. Native Instruments have done some amazing software, and they've got some really good samples. Now, you've downloaded some stuff. You can also check out VST for free. They have some cool instruments and effects and things. So let's open Reaper. Now install them, but when you install the instruments, remember the directory you put them in. This is very important because Reaper will not detect them unless you tell it where those instruments are. So open Reaper. This is what you'll see. Now these are different areas of Reaper. This is where you'll put all your music, the recordings and things like that. These over here on the left, this will be tracks. So you double click to create a new one, or press Ctrl T. This over here is the master. You might have a slightly different layout to me. This is my custom layout. Now everything, when you play instruments from these tracks, will be sent through the master, and it's the master that you hear. So we'll get more into detail on those kinds of things later on, but you can manipulate things like that, and you can play around and you get some really awesome stuff. Now, what we need to do is load up some instruments. So go to Options, Preferences, then go to Plugins, and VST here. And this is where you will put the directory that you installed your instruments in, the VST plugins. You can also just click Add to open up a dialog, and it help you find them. So and then you click Rescan, and it will scan and import them, well, import their information, and then OK. And then what you'll see is, then you click on FX over here, and you'll come up with this window. Then you can click Add, or you can just double click. And when you've just got something new, below all plugins you'll see New, and you'll have the list of things you've just imported. Those are all instruments, so all you have to do is click on Instruments and you'll see them. Another good set of sample libraries is the DSK. Just remember those here. You check those out, they're all free as well, but, word of warning, they do tend to crash Reaper. So, maybe think about saving quite often if you do use them. So, you've got them, you're going to load one of your instruments, so let's start with the sample tank, because it's really easy to understand with that. As long as when you use sample tank, just make sure you're using the first line up here. Don't click on these other ones. Use this one here, because that's you'd have to change more stuff inside when you actually program the instrument with MIDI. It's really complex. Just make sure you stick to the first line. And we're going to take the French horns, so we'll go to Brass in Miroslav Philharmonic Sounds. French horns. So French horns. We're just going to stick to that one for now. So it's loaded up the samples. So now we have a French horn loaded. Now, to program the instruments, you have to feed them information through MIDI. MIDI is a protocol used to communicate between all kinds of instruments. You could plug in a keyboard, and it will send MIDI information to your software that will be recorded. But we're going to program it with our mouse for now, because I don't think everyone will have a keyboard. So to create a MIDI item, which is where the MIDI information will be stored, hold Control, and you get this pen. Click and drag. So we're going to drag out to 8 lines, 8 bars. So that's 4, 8. And then to open this, just double click. And you see this. Now this is the MIDI editor. Now I'm going to drag this down here, and I'm going to hit record on this. This is recording what my sound card is picking up, so this will be the instruments. Right, so we have French horns, so let's think. We're going to make something with some harmonies. So we'll start on a C. So this is like a piano too. So let's put a C. C above that. And with this one, we're going to put something up there. I have no idea what this is going to sound like. I'm just going through the basic ideas that I have of how music works. So let's try. There we go. I know it doesn't sound very natural. You're going to have to tweak all these things. For example, after this, open up, go to all plugins, and search for Reverb. Nope, just search for verb. Okay, and then get Reverbate. Drag it up. You hear that? Sounds much nicer, doesn't it? It's much nicer. Okay, now we're going to try some drums, just for the sake of showing you how they work. So we're going to open Core Player, go to Drums, and SkyKit. This is like your average drum kit, like an acoustic drum kit you'd get in your band or something. It can all be programmed, it's all pretty awesome. Drag, done. Okay. So as you saw, I just showed you another way to open the MIDI item. I had to do it that way because I can't double-click open the MIDI item while I'm recording the audio in the other track. It's just for the sake of the tutorial. So anyway, now I've got the drum track. So as you can see, this is also like a piano. Starting with the kick on C2. You also have a kick on C4, but it's a different one. So as you can see, it's two different kits. Here's a snare, here's another snare, and another one. So this basically, you've got quite a few samples. So let's start with building a pattern, a drum pattern. So we're going to kick on, just click there. So we're going to put a bunch of kicks every other beat. Oh yeah, of course. If you can see here, this is one bar. This is one bar of music. This is one beat. So every one of these is a beat. So now if you listen back, I need to drag this up. There we go. This will be every 2 beats. Okay. Going to add a cymbal up here. So kick, snare, snare there, snare, snare there. Something very simple. Now we're going to add some hi-hats. So let's make it interesting. Now, rather than just doing that the whole length, we're going to hold right click on your mouse and drag. So it shouldn't have done that. Let's try that again. Drag, and you got them. So if I do it again, right click on the mouse, drag, let go, and it picks them up. Now press Ctrl C to copy, and click up here where you want them to go. There. And we're going to add another symbol. I like the Chinese symbol. So let's have a listen. It's not Chinese. That's the one. Now, as you can see, these are all red bars across the bottom here. This is velocity. Now, if you know what velocity is, you'll understand this concept really easily. It's the speed or the strength at which the instrument is played. Speed as in the speed of the hit in the case of drums, or the strength, and the strength that the string was plucked, or the violin was. What's the word for playing a violin? How do you? Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to take every other one of these. We're holding Control on the keyboard, and we're dragging the right mouse button to select every other one. Nope, not that one. This one, because we've got that one up there. And we're going to take this down. Now, just to show you the difference, this is normal, and this is low velocity. We're going to mute this so you can hear more easily. So as you can tell, this is a sample library with different layers. When it's low, it does that sound, and when it's loud, it does that sound. When it's high. Okay, so what we've done so far is we've installed instruments. We've installed Reaper, we've got you playing some instruments inside Reaper, and we've shown you how to put different effects one after the other inside there to create a nicer effect. So yes, Reaper does come with a lot of tools inside it already. Most of these, apart from the VSTs, no, what am I talking about? Well, yeah, things like RIA EQ, RIA delay, anything with RIA in it is native to Reaper. Plus all the JS plugins. I haven't used all the JS ones, I haven't needed to. But for example, let's add an EQ. So you see how you can bring out different parts of the sound using EQ? This is what we're going to be hinting at in the next episode. We're going to be looking at mixing. I think I'll start by mixing some guitars. That should be lots of fun. So yes, this is the end of the first tutorial. I hope you found it very helpful, and I will be doing some more. So to show me support, please do like and favourite the video if it helps you out. And if you have a friend who wants to make music, send them my way. It always helps. And last of all, please also check out my original work. My channel's got loads of new music, and I release a new song every Saturday. I'm going to try and keep on releasing these tutorials on Wednesdays now, as long as I don't get too much work coming in. Last thing, I was recently commissioned by Ian at Verbal Processing to make an original score for his new animation coming up this Saturday. He's an amazing guy, and the video was brilliant. Be sure to check that out. It's tons of fun. So thanks for stopping by, everyone, and have a nice day, and good luck writing your own music. See ya.